Cooper River Estuary is a large flat area near Charleston, South Carolina, where the river empties into the sea. This area has been inhabited by humans for a very long time, but it has also been a lot of different things. Most recently, in the 19th century, this land was all used as rice plantations, and this earthworks wall that we're passing separated the river from the rice fields, large flat areas beyond. Occasionally you see remnants of gates that were used to allow water in and out. These are reminders of that time in history. Lots of different artifacts of human habitation can be found here. Pottery shards from pre-colonial Indian tribes that lived in the area, as well as more modern things. There's a lot of wildlife here. People use this area heavily for fishing and other activities. And while it's not farmed for rice anymore, people are everywhere. And that sometimes draws us into conflict with local animal life. Usually human activity here doesn't hurt the animals, it doesn't hurt the environment too badly. We try to coexist, along with things like this heron. However, occasionally our activities lead to damage and to conflict. Boats come through this area, sometimes at very high speeds, unaware of wildlife like dolphins that come in here to feed on the fish, upstream into the estuary, into the freshwater. We encountered several dolphins on this expedition, including one that seemed to be fairly badly injured, probably by a boat collision. He was missing part of his dorsal fin. Alligators are everywhere in this area. It's a little unnerving diving when you know that there are things like this in the water. This is my first real close encounter with alligators in the wild. I have a lot of respect for this creature. It hasn't changed very much in the millions of years that it's existed on this earth. They've come and gone from this region, as this region has been warm and cold and warm again. And now it's quite temperate, at least in geologic terms.
That is an alligator.
These alligators prey on the variety of fish, birds, deer, rodents, and other animals that come into the marsh. Supposedly there's never been an attack on a human that has been fatal anyway.
This is our dive site.
I don't intend to be the first.
There he goes. Spooked him.
They're remarkable creatures in their own right.
First time couldn't find them.
Is that another one
Efficient
right
at what
there?
they do.
Well, Jesus.
Yeah, that's another one.
You didn't tell me I was going to get eaten on this thing, Alec.
That's why you're here. You get eaten, we get to die.
However, what we're looking for are animals that don't live here anymore, and that have left behind things like this. Massive tooth.
4 inches, a little cusp right there.
This is from a long extinct shark. However, there are other things in the water.
That's pretty neat. That's a
These are teeth from a variety of different sharks.
pretty sizable.
That's a
You can find
mastodon
traces
tooth?
of
Yeah.
other animals here too.
Fragment,
This is
yeah.
the molar of a woolly mammoth.
That's really cool.
It's hard to imagine, but this area was not that long ago subarctic.
That's from an alligator.
This
That
is an
so
alligator
cool
tooth
right there.
that is contemporary, fitting in a fossilized jaw that's a million years
That's
old.
neat. Who found it? Which?
We use a variety of tools to find these artifacts, including side-scan sonar. It gives us a general idea what the bottom looks like, and enables the boat captain to make a good decision about where to look for fossils. Once we have that kind of information, we put down one diver to take a look at the bottom and see what's there. We're looking for gravel beds, which is where the fossils tend to wash out when they come loose from the hard pack. The tidal action is what causes this. It is constantly relocating and shifting the position of the river, releasing the fossils from the mud in the marsh, where they tumble down into the gravel beds. Anybody can do this. Trent here is 11 years old and has been fossil diving a lot longer than I have. Diving in water like this, the main thing to be concerned about is safety. Visibility is very bad. At 20 feet, there's almost no sunlight. At 30 feet, there's none at all, and it's black as night even during the day. You need powerful dive lights. You need to always be aware of yourself and your surroundings. Always dive with a buddy.
You good?
We normally rope ourselves off. And stay on the bottom because the current will sweep you away. The screwdriver in Trent's hand is used to kind of pick and anchor ourselves to the bottom. We use the screwdriver to claw our way along and look for fossils on the bottom of the river. You can see how brown the water is. If you're lucky, you come up with a big bag of goodies.